Just want to do a quick video here. I know it's been a minute. Sorry that I didn't do any videos for the past couple weeks. Just had some things going on in the shop and in the business. We did hire a new person. His name is Trey. You might see him in some videos coming up here. I'm not going to do any inventory videos. That's not what this is today. Just want to do a quick rundown of our AR-15s. A lot of people on our website or even on Facebook, when you see our builds, probably wondering what they are. A lot of people will see on the website Anderson, Palmetto, ATI, the aluminum receivers, not the polymer, slash PSTP, which the PSTP is for Poland Spring Trading Post. That's us. We're Top Gun Domain / Poland Spring Trading Post. We do have a split license. This is not a hit piece at any of the manufacturers or any names that you'll hear. This is strictly just about our builds and our rifles, but you might hear some other manufacturers. So we do use quality mil-spec parts. I don't want to say that we're exactly like Sons of Liberty or PCM. Daniel Defense, they use mil-spec parts. Each manufacturer in that end, I don't think they manufacture their own parts. I believe they get them manufactured and then sent to them, and then they do their own QC things to them to differentiate them from the others. Whether it's different coatings on triggers, markings, or logos on their bolt carrier groups, things like that on the receiver themselves. That's what they do, and they are known for definitely some really strong, good QC quality care on their parts. Sons of Liberty will do things like perfectly gassing their system, and again, not a hit at them. I think that they have done that. They do things a little bit different, but they have accomplished that, and they make beautiful rifles. But enough about them. This is actually about our builds. So real quickly, just want to show you the differences. So I will use a Sons of Liberty lower here real quick. This is actually my actual rifle at the moment. So this is my lower receiver that we're going to be looking at, but it is a Sons of Liberty, and it is a complete build from them. Nothing I have added. This is their build. All right. So real quick, looking at the lower here, we will notice you've got mil-spec bolt catch, mil-spec magazine release, mil-spec pivot takedown pins, mil-spec hammer and trigger pins, mil-spec safety selector, which is not ambidextrous. This is where it'll be a little bit different when we start looking at the back end. They've got an H buffer, and I believe they are using a blue powered spring. Sometimes they do A5 builds. They'll do H3, buffer weights and different springs. But again, looking at it, again, mil-spec. You got a mil-spec trigger. Hold on real quick. I don't like having hammer fall on that, or hammer fall into the receiver block. So looking down in, mil-spec trigger, mil-spec disconnector, mil-spec hammer spring, trigger spring. But again, they do QC these parts, and they do an amazing job. Now, let's take a quick look at Smith & Wesson. Smith & Wesson lower. The magazine is still in it, but if we're looking, we got a mil-spec bolt catch, mil-spec magazine release, pivot takedown pin, mil-spec hammer, trigger, hammer pin. Very similar. I do not see an H buffer, so you're looking at probably just a regular carbine buffer and regular spring. Sorry, the camera going in and out of focus there. That's better. There we go. And again, not a dig at Smith & Wesson, I would say, but you'll notice it's very similar. They do have a B5 pistol grip, and they put a B5 stock on it. Now, when you get to our builds, so this is an ATI aluminum receiver. It does see Poland Spring Trading Post / Top Gun Domain. That we have to engrave it because of the frame and receiver rule at the moment. But you'll notice, hey, we put a different pistol grip. It's not an A2, it's a BCM. It's got a mag pull stock. We've got a QD end plate there, not just regular end plate. We did put a POF ambi safety selector. I do like POF and Strike Industries ambi safety selectors. We can, if you find one that you like, we can always put that in there if you want us to make you a build. But again, looking down in it, you've got mil-spec bolt catch, mil-spec magazine, if I could speak, sorry guys, it's been a long day, and it's a hot one out here. Mil-spec magazine release, magazine catch and magazine release. Pivot and takedown pins are mil-spec. You'll see mil-spec hammer, trigger, hammer spring, trigger spring. You'll see all that in there. Okay. And again, not a dig at Smith & Wesson or BCM or Sons of Liberty. Not a dig at them at all. Just trying to show you guys that we kind of do the same things. We kind of do our own QC here. If we get parts that have any burrs or anything like that, or even like the roll pins, if we don't like those roll pins, we check them and we put different parts in there that we feel are adequate to the build. We stand behind our products. If you ever have any issues, you bring it back, we'll make it right. We also, when we get our complete uppers, we do things like making sure that we check. You won't be able to see it that well probably here. So the gas block, we make sure that the gas block is aligned correctly and that those set screws are torqued to spec. We did add a BCM CAG grip on it, and we do have some backup iron sights. You'll see there's a red dot on it. Real quickly, Sons of Liberty gives you like an ambidextrous charging handle, and then again their bolt. Let me pull that out. I'm going to pause real quick. All right, don't want to take too much time because I want it to be a shorter video than most of mine. But we'll look at the charging handles real quick. You'll see ambidextrous. This is the one that we pop in ours. It is a Strike Industries. It's an extended, so it's not ambi, but it is extended, so you can get to it. And just to compare, Sons of Liberty ambidextrous. Looking at the bolt, so again, they do some things differently where they put their logo on their bolt carrier group. You'll see that they've staked the key, the gas key. And again, we do the same things. We make sure that when we get it in, there's no logo on this one. But again, mil-spec bolt, just like that one. We make sure that the gas key is staked. We do check that the screws, those screws are torqued to spec. In the event that it fails, we will, and sorry for the camera flip, we will pull the gas key, get rid of those screws, put a new gas key on, new set screws down on it, and make sure that those are staked properly. Staking isn't the most important thing. Making sure that they are torqued to spec is essentially what staking is. Even with a castle nut, you are just taking material and more or less some metal and shoving it in into the divot of the end plate into the castle nut to keep the castle nut from moving. When you're doing it with the gas keys, you are literally just pushing that metal up over those screws to make sure that they can't back out. I do recommend doing it. It's just another extra layer of confidence that that is going to not fail. But again, difference of opinion. Some people say don't stake it. I would. And again, not a hit piece at Sons of Liberty, BCM, Smith & Wesson, any of that. If we look at their upper real quick. So they've got an upper where it's a A2 gas block versus having a flat top upper. They do not send it with a ambidextrous charging handle. I'm going to say the bolt is going to be your mil-spec bolt. Say looking at that mil-spec bolt, and they did do a decent job of staking their keys as well. I would say that's compared to the Sons of Liberty. This is the Smith & Wesson. This is the Sons of Liberty. And then of course you've got ours, and you will see that those are staked as well. What else can I say? So hand guards, you'll find our hand guards are a little bit different. They're standard. Usually what we try to do is the cutout section, so that way you can save weight. It usually will have full hand guards, full length to the muzzle device. Sometimes we're a little bit shorter by a couple inches. It depends. We do have some builds like that. But again, difference in the rail, you'll see. I mean, Sons of Liberty makes a great rail. We can also put a different hand guard on if you so choose. But normally we just run M-Lock standard rails. And again, like I said, we can do these. You'll notice it's a full length on the top there. It does have M-Lock sections, and then it does have some different cuts in it for weight reduction and cable management. So again, I just wanted to make sure that people actually knew what they were getting when they get one of our rifles. Some people will say, like I said, it's just an Anderson or a Palmetto or an ATI, and essentially, I guess they're kind of correct. But take some comfort in knowing it's not on an assembly line. It's not someone just trying to get through their 9 to 5. This is our life. We're in the industry. We do like to make sure that we're QCing our products as well. Like I said, the lowers are built completely by us. We get them stripped. So take some comfort in knowing that one assembler, like I said, we do QC the crap out of it. We want you to be confident and reliable in our builds. If there's any issues, you bring it back and we will make it right. With the uppers, same things. We don't necessarily make the barrels ourselves or do the upper receivers. We do get those complete, but we do some QC checks on them as well. We make sure that, like I said, the gas block is aligned and set correctly. Make sure that those screws are torqued correctly. We look at the bolt, make sure that there's no issues with the bolt. It goes in the battery very easily, that there's no burrs or anything in the chamber to cause any issues. We check your gas key, we check the gas rings. We do a good one over and make sure that it's a system that you can rely on. And again, check it out for your own I guess for your own sense of understanding and to see what I'm talking about. I said I wasn't going to do this to myself. I didn't say it on any videos, but I don't care about being internet famous, guys. I do this because I love the industry and I love what I do. It's not really a job when you do what you love. But please like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to grow the channel, trying to defeat the algorithms, trying to get more stuff out there in the firearm community than just your run-of-the-mill influencers. Nothing against those guys. They do help the business at times. But yeah, so like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call, 207-998-2806. You can check out our website, topgunofmaine.com. You can email us, polandspringtradingpost@hotmail.com. And yeah, again, thank you for the support, everybody. We do have some stuff on Gunbrokers, so you can find some of our stuff on there as well, but always check our website. And everybody, have a great day. Have a good summer. We are in full swing up here. We were hitting almost 100 degrees today, so whew. Sorry if I look like I've been beat up or I'm tired. Or it's just been hot. It's been a long day. Again, we thank you all for your support. And yeah, check out our rifles. You won't be disappointed, I promise.